Ladies and gentlemen, what a delightful evening. The spirit in this place takes me back home. But I know you're home in Jamaica too, and that is why you're here like this. I am to introduce our dear Comrade Leader, Leader of Opposition and President of the People's National Party. And I want to tell you that he was born a few years after Jamaica became independent in Kingston. And when his parents named him, they actually named him for greatness because his name is Mark Jefferson Golding. And he has lived his life with that hallmark of excellence stamped all over him. So you know he went to Campion. I deeply regret he didn't go to Clarendon College, but he's not a country boy. And he studied at Oxford University, but he didn't just attend, he graduated with honors. And when he came back to Jamaica, because he had to do 2 years at the Norman Manley Law School, of course, he was recognized as the most outstanding student in those 2 years. He then went on to obtain a Commonwealth scholarship and attended the University of London, where he got his master's degree in law. So, having conquered all of that in the legal sphere, Mark, of course, had to seek new frontiers to conquer. And it is not surprising that he became an investment banker at a time when I don't think Jamaica had many such. So with 2 other young, enterprising young men, he formed Daring, Bunting, and Golding, and the rest is history. Because when Daring, Bunting, and Golding was sold to Scotiabank, he then moved on. You would think that he would rest and be content with being a partner at one of the top law firms in the country, Hart, Murray, Fatter, but no, he went on to be a partner in Proven. So I think that these men, once they accomplish something which people think that is impossible to accomplish, they have to move on to something different. And it's not surprising that Mark Golding went into public service, because indeed he was following the tradition of his great father and his mother. Professor John Golding, you know, is a household name in Jamaica because he did so much for the sick, so much for the disabled, so much for the poor. And at least twice since we have been here in 2 days, we have heard about him saving a man's life and saving a man's mother's life. So Mark Golding entered politics. And I think that his most distinguished part of his career was when he became Minister of Justice, passing over 125 pieces of legislation, but most importantly, passing the act which would decriminalize personal use of marijuana. And that was uplifting to a whole set of the society. A man on the corner who would smoke his spliff and be hauled off by the police to spend days in jail before he would go to the court and be fined. In November 2020, he became the leader to address you, Prime Minister in waiting, Mark Jefferson Golding.